Hello dear students, I am Dr. Moinuddin. Students, in this video I am going to discuss some MCQs on atomic absorption spectroscopy with you guys. These are actually 25 in number, which are very much important with reference to exam point of view. But before we start to see these MCQs, let me inform you that I have already made a video on atomic absorption spectroscopy, which is a complete lecture on it. So if you didn't watch it, then you need to watch it first so that you can understand MCQs quite easily. So I'm putting the link of that video in the top right so you can watch that video. So let's start it. So here is the first MCQ. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, the most strongly absorbed light is called as. Here are the options. A is the resonance line, B is the baseline, C is the Stokes line, and D is anti-Stokes line. So in atomic spectroscopy, due to resonance transition, the lines which are appeared in the spectra, they are called resonance line. So it seems to be option A, but let's see the other option. Baseline is the, what do you say, when there is no peak, so that line is called baseline. And Stokes line and anti-Stokes line, these are usually appear in the Raman spectroscopy and atomic fluorescence spectroscopy. So let's see the appropriate answer. So that is A, the resonance line. So here is the next MCQ. The intensity of light absorbed by neutral atoms is directly proportional to. So how much light will be absorbed by the atoms? That is directly proportional to. So here are the options. A is the wavelength of light emitted. B is the concentration of the element. C is the absorption of radiation. And D is the emission of radiation. So actually here we'll apply the Beer-Lambert's law, and that tells that the light absorbed, intensity of light absorbed, that is directly proportional to concentration of the element. So it seems that B is the right option. So let's see. So B is the right option, that is the concentration of element. So here is the next question. Lines which appear in absorption and emission spectrum are same, whether these are different, very different, or far apart. So it has been seen that the same element, whether the spectrum for this element is taken in as absorption spectra or emission spectra, only the principle is different, the process is different, but the lines are obtained, the number of lines and the positions always remain the same. So definitely the option is A, that is same. So this is the right answer. This question is actually the continuation of previous question. Let's see the statement. The sodium gives yellow color at 589.3 nanometer in flame. Means we get emission spectra for sodium, and there we find the line at 589.3 nanometer. Okay, the wavelength of radiation for the atomic absorption of sodium will be, then we took the absorption spectra for sodium, so at what position the line will be obtained. So definitely I know you all guys know. So let's see the options. So A is 767 nanometer, B is 629.3 nanometer, C is 549.3 nanometer, and D is 589.3 nanometer. So as I explained earlier, that the position of lines will remain the same. So definitely we will get the line in absorption spectra at 589.3. So D is the right answer. The next question is, Atomic absorption spectra produce narrowband with peaks generally called as lines because it involves, let's see the options. A is electronic transitions only, B is the vibrational transitions only, C is the rotational transitions only, while D is all of the three transitions. So let me tell you that atomic absorption spectroscopy, in this type of spectroscopy, actually we convert our sample into gaseous forms. So when there are gaseous atoms, so there are no vibrations and no rotations, so there are no chances for options B, C and D. So we have only one options remaining, and that is electronic transitions only. So that's the right answer, A, electronic transitions only. Next question is regarding the temperature of the flame. So the range of temperatures attainable by acetylene air mixture is, we know that in while using flame as an atomizer, we have different compositions of fuel and oxidant, but right now in the question we're talking about acetylene and air. So what will be the temperature of this flame? So let's see, here are the options. A is 2550 to 2700 degrees centigrade, B is 2000 to 2100, C is 3050 to 3150 degrees centigrade, and D is 2100 to 2400 degrees centigrade. And the right answer is D, that is the temperature of air acetylene flame is 2100 to 2400 degrees centigrade. So here is the next question. Solid samples can be directly analyzed by the use of. We know that in atomic spectroscopy, the solid can be introduced in any form. It may be in solid, liquid or gas, but right now we are talking about the solid sample. So let's see the options. A is flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, B is graphite furnace absorption spectroscopy, C is both of the above, and D is none of these options. So let me tell you that in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, we usually introduce the sample in the form of solution. So if we talk about the solid sample, so it seems that this option B, graphite furnace, is more appropriate. So let's see the answer. So it's option B, that is graphite furnace absorption spectroscopy. This question is also again regarding the temperature of the flame, but the composition is different here. So let's see. The maximum temperature attained by acetylene nitrous oxide gas is used in atomic emission spectroscopy. So here the composition is different. So fuel is acetylene and oxidant is nitrous oxide. So what will be the maximum temperature which can be attained by this flame? So let's see the options. So A is 2200 degrees centigrade, B is 2800 degrees centigrade, C is 3100 and D is 3400. And the right option is B, means maximally 2800 degrees centigrade temperature can be obtained by this flame. And the next question is, the splitting of spectral lines under the influence of magnetic field is known as, means we get the spectral lines which are very close to each other, which can be separated by the action of magnetic field, and this effect is also known as, here are the options. A is Lorentz effect, B is Zeeman effect, C is Doppler's effect, and D is self-reversal. So actually the splitting of spectral lines under magnetic field, this is known as actually the Zeeman effect. So B, Zeeman effect, is the right answer. Next question is regarding the source of radiation. So the gas used in hollow cathode lamp is, so which gas is used in hollow cathode lamp? So here are the options. A is argon, B helium, C nitrogen, and D hydrogen. And the right answer is A, argon. So argon is used in hollow cathode lamp for sputtering phenomena. So next question is, absorbed wavelengths in absorption spectrum appear as. So the wavelengths which are absorbed in the spectrum, so how they appear in the spectrum. So let's see the options. So here are the options. A is the dark background, B is the dark lines, C is the light background, while D is the light lines. So the wavelengths which are absorbed in the absorption spectrum, they appear as dark lines. So B, dark lines, is the right option. Next question is again from the source of radiation. Let's see. The function of filler gas in hollow cathode lamp is. So what is the function of filler gas in hollow cathode lamp? Filler gas, as we already seen, that it is the argon which is used as filler gas in hollow cathode lamp. So what is the function of this gas? So let's see the options. So A, to produce ionization of elements, B is to produce sputtering of an light, C is to prevent resonant broadening, while D is all of the above. And the right option is B, to produce sputtering of an light. Actually, this filler gas, sputter mean to eject the analyte atom from the surface of cathode, which further produces the lines which are absorbed by the analyte atom in the flame. So B is the right option here. So here is sputtering came again, which I explained earlier. So let's see it again. So the statement is, sputtering is a process of conversion of. So what is done in the process of sputtering? So let's see the options. So in sputtering, actually coated elements are converted into gaseous atoms. B is the redeposition of the gaseous atoms on cathode. C is to convert the coated elements into gaseous ions, while D is the gaseous atoms into gaseous excited state. So in sputtering, actually the coated elements are converted into gaseous atoms. So if we see A and C, so there is only the difference of atoms and ions. So they are not converted into ions, actually they are converted into atoms. So A is the right option, that is the coated elements into gaseous atoms. So this is the function of sputtering. So here is the next question. Multi-element hollow cathode lamps are made up of. Usually hollow cathode lamps are made up of single element, but these days multi-element hollow cathode lamps are also available. So for this purpose, the cathode definitely that is made up of different elements, and these may be in different forms. So let's see here are the different options. So multi-element hollow cathode lamps are made up of P, alloy of different elements, Q, any element, R, rings of different elements, while S is demountable cathode. So these two options, actually P and R, alloys of different elements or rings of different elements, so they may use both of these two. So let's see the options. So PR seems to be the right option, so PR, which is D. So D is the right answer. So here is D, which is the right answer. The next question is, cold vapor method is used for detection of. Here are the options. A is cesium, B is mercury, C is germanium, D is cadmium. So let me tell you that the cold vapor atomic absorption spectroscopy, this method was designed to measure the amount of mercury in the drinking water. So B, mercury, is the right option, actually. So here is the right option, that is the cold vapor method is used for the detection of mercury. The next question is regarding the burner. So the disadvantage of total consumption burner is, so what is the disadvantage of total consumption burner? So A is explosion hazard, B is turbulent flame, C is the high concentration of the analyte in the flame, while D is the decomposition of analyte in the flame. Now B and C, these seem to be quite appropriate answer, but if we compare, then actually it is the B, turbulent flame. Turbulent flame mean which is not stable actually. So this seems to be the right answer. So let's see. Yes, so B, turbulent flame is the right option here. So this is the actual disadvantage of total consumption burner. Next question is, the ionization interferences occur when? So when ionization interferences occur, so let's see the options. A, when flame temperature is too high, when flame temperature is too low, when photovoltaic cell is used, and D is when filter wheel is used. So what is ionization interferences? Actually, in atomic absorption spectroscopy, we need to have ground state gaseous atoms, and when we use the flame of high temperature, so there could happen the phenomena of ionization. So there may be formation of ions which may generate interferences. So I think A, flame temperature is too high. This could be the right option. So yes, flame. So when flame temperature is too much high, so there are the chances of ionization interferences. Next question is regarding the premix chamber burner. So let's see. The advantage of premix burners are, so here are different advantages. Let's see which are the right one. So P, long path length. Yes, premix chamber burners in which the sample they must have to take long path length. Q, less explosion. No, there are the chances of explosion in premix chamber burner. R, high concentration of the analyte in the flame. No, we can say about 90% of sample is lost, so this option is not right. And S option is less turbulence, mean the flame is more stable, so this is quite appropriate. So in my opinion, this long path length and less turbulence, these are the right answers. So P and S option. So let's find where it is. P and S. So here you can see C. So C is the right option. So here is the next question. In some type of analysis, nitrogen is allowed to flow over the flame. So why nitrogen is allowed to flow over the flame? So let's see the options first. A, to control the temperature. B, to prevent turbulence. C, to exclude atmospheric oxygen, while D is to remove water in the flame. So let's see what's the right answer. So right answer is C, to exclude atmospheric oxygen. Actually, nitrogen is used to remove atmospheric oxygen. And why it is required to remove atmospheric oxygen? Because some of the atoms, they readily form oxides by taking oxygen from the atmosphere, and if they are converted into oxides, so our results will be disturbed, because we need gaseous atoms, not ions, not oxides. So to remove this chance of formation of oxides, sometimes we use nitrogen to remove atmospheric oxygen. Next question is, background interferences in atomic spectroscopy is mainly due to, so let's see the options. A is the formation of less volatile oxides. B is the absorption of emitted radiations. C is the absorption by the matrix materials in flame, while D is the ionization of analyte. So let's see the right option. So C is the right option, that is the background interferences. Usually in atomic spectroscopy, these are caused by the absorption by the matrix materials in the flames, that is some sort of impurities which start absorption in the flame. So that is why the background interferences are appear in the spectrum. So next question is, the major advantage of furnaces used as cell is. So actually this is talking about the electrothermal atomisers or graphite furnaces. So what are the main advantages of using these is, so A is the low temperature, B is less turbulence, C is less sample volume is required, while D is less energy is required to vaporize. So actually it is the C, less sample volume is required, because in these cells the samples even that can be used in microliters, so microliter samples, that is sufficient to analyze to give the complete analysis. So C, less sample volume is required. This is the right answer. So next question is, which of the following is used as a source in atomic absorption spectroscopy? Means which one is used as a source of radiation in atomic absorption spectroscopy? And here are the options. A is the tungsten halogen lamp, B is hollow cathode lamp, C is xenon arc lamp, while D is glow bar. The right option is B, that is the hollow cathode lamp. So it is used as the source of radiation in atomic absorption spectroscopy. Then, determination of lead in petrol is analyzed by which of the following technique? So lead in petrol, how it can be analyzed? So here are the options. Flame photometry, B is atomic absorption spectroscopy, C is the fluorometry, while D is IR spectroscopy. So lead in petrol, that can easily be determined, that can be analyzed by the use of atomic absorption spectroscopy. So B is the right answer. The next question is, which of the following is the principle of atomic absorption spectroscopy? So let's find which one is the principle. So A, radiation is absorbed by non-excited atoms in vapor state and are excited to higher state. So it seems to be, but see the other options as well. B is the medium absorbs radiation and transmitted radiation is measured. Then C is the color is measured, and D, color is simply observed. So let's see which is the more appropriate answer. So actually it is A, which is a principle of atomic absorption spectroscopy, and what is done inside, that is the radiation is absorbed by non-excited atoms in vapor state and are excited to higher states, and this absorption is noted in the form of spectrum. And the last question is, in atomic absorption spectroscopy, with what material is the cathode in hollow cathode lamp is constructed? So in hollow cathode lamp, the cathode is made up of, so let's see the options. A is tungsten, B is quartz, C is element to be investigated, while D is aluminium. So in hollow cathode lamp, the cathode is made up of element which is to be investigated actually. So C is the right option. So element to be investigated, this is the right answer. So dear students, this is all about today's lecture. Hope you understand it well. So if you like my video, then like it, and if you didn't subscribe my channel, then subscribe it right now to get in touch with my upcoming videos. So thanks for watching. Thank you very much.